and the dog's bringing toys.
Jimmy. All right, Riley.
All right. Welcome back. This is the Sunshine and Bubblegum podcast. And we have a large fuzzy guest under the table today. I am Lynn. I am Sunshine and Bubblegum on Instagram and Sunshine Bubblegum on Instagram and Ravelry and Sunshine and Bubblegum on Etsy and Facebook.
I'm Jenna, and I'm a friend of Lynn's. And though I rarely post, I'm fairly loopy on Instagram. Fairly loopy.
And I thought you were a yarnaholic.
And I'm a yarnaholic, which will be evidenced by the rest of this podcast as we go through things.
Some party in our mailbox, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
You should stop throwing that to her.
What am I supposed to do?
Riley, go lay down. That's not gonna work.
That was like a great timing for her.
Yes, yeah. Now she's here. So it's been there she is. Oh, this is the little puppy from
That's not so much puppy
a few
anymore.
months back. Okay,
Oh my
okay.
goodness.
You need to go. That's Riley. She's gotten a lot bigger since she's been on the podcast last, and she's very excited that we have company today. Riley.
Given her size, I'm glad she likes them.
Yeah.
So I guess there's that to look forward to. Wait, I'm not supposed to throw this to you. No.
And if you can't tell, this might be our holiday episode with the tree and the antlers and
And the dog.
Riley, pause down. Go. Mm-hmm. Go lay down.
Go.
You're now out. Right, move the chairs.
Sorry.
So to jump right in, we have a few giveaway winners to announce. We have a few projects we've been working on, and we have a lot of stuff that has been gifted and or purchased over the past month and a half. We survived Halloween, we made it through Thanksgiving, and now we are getting ready for Christmas.
This is true.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And we have so much to share and show you. So let's go right into giveaway prizes. The first was a make-along that I did along with Patty from 4 Boys and an NL Girl podcast. And Patty is up out of Newfoundland, Canada, and we did a fall make-along. Patty hosted the chatter thread, and I hosted the finished object thread, which ran till the 15th and actually till the 30th because I just closed it. We are now on the 6th of December, so there was a few extra entries, which was fine. There was quilts, there was project bags, there was mittens, hats, scarves, blankets, some...
There was a lot of cool stuff.
There was, lots of different crafts in there, and there was rug hooking, needlework, so many beautiful things. So we let Siri do the choosing. There was 70 finished items put in, or maybe 69 because there was 70 entries. And number 25 was the winner, and that was Trilinda, who is Linda. And she had entered a green cabled hat. And part of the prize, because I'm going to do a bunch of little goodies that are coming your way, is this beautiful yarn, which is from my friend Rob, who is the owner of Coveted Yarn in Gloucester. This is the Flat Rocks yarns. It is exclusive to their store, and it is called Spring Rain, and it is a worsted single ply. So pretty. So that is going to come to you, Linda, with a bunch of other goodies that I'm putting together. So if you could get in touch with me on Ravelry or Instagram and get me your address so I can send that out to you. Congratulations. The second was the Enchanted Forest Pool Shawl Pattern by Jen Sheelan. And the winner of that, the prompt was, what is your favorite fairy tale?
Yes.
And she had put down, this is, the winner put down Cinderella. Her name is Linda, and it's number 5, and she is Ostrutska, and she is from Portugal. So, nope, I'm sorry.
No, that's the next one.
Somebody else. Her name is Linda. She is from the United States.
That we know of.
But Linda, you have won the Enchanted Forest. Oh my goodness. Linda, you have won. You are number 5. Ostrazuka.
Cinderella fan.
You're getting Jen Sheelan's pattern. I will send that to you from Jen. I will get in touch with Jen and have her shoot that over to you. The second pattern is the Asphodel Potions hat from Barbara, who is Knitting I Love. And that winner is number 8. It is Philly C.
I think it's
Philippa
MC.
Philippa MC. Oh my goodness. That does make sense.
That does make sense.
It's Philippa, and she is from Portugal, and this was, what was your favorite hot beverage? And she wrote cappuccino. So Philippa, you are winning Barbara's pattern, and I will get in touch with Barbara and get that over to you. So those are all the winners. Those are all the giveaways that we had going, and we will probably do some more in the new year, but for right now, we're going to end with that. And start fresh in the new year with new stuff and new projects and probably old projects that I'm still working on because
that's how it works.
The coveted slow knitter. Boom. I think that's all I have to say about that.
Are we just supposed to end the podcast then?
That's it. We're done. We're good.
Okay,
done.
Half of that was Riley.
Right, yeah, the first part. And she's in the bedroom with a cat right now, so I'm sure you'll hear a bang, a meow, a bark, and...
There's no alcohol in it.
No, there's no alcohol, just tea, so there's caffeine. But we have I have a couple knitty things, and then we both have crochet, happy hooker things.
Because I do not knit yet.
Do you mind if I go first real quick with these?
Yes, I mind. No, I don't.
Okay. This is my little bag that my mommy made me for, I don't know if my birthday or Christmas last year. Super cute. I did not put the heels in the other stripy socks that I had been working on yet. Those are still a lingering whip. But these are the socks that I started back in July.
So cool.
And they sat around for a while. Mostly because I had not put a heel in them and I couldn't go any further because it was at the point where it needed a heel and I just had a mental block of I don't want to put a heel in. But over Thanksgiving we went up to the farm and I had some quiet time and I put in a heel. Now I started these toe up, I think 14, 28 on the toe, increased to 60. And I used the Sock Magician's Toe Up heel recipe, which is a heel and gusset done toe up. So you use some German short row heels, you increase, and then it has the can't think of the right word, but the slip stitch back and a little tiny heel, and it came out awesome. And it was very easy. There was a lot of the pattern looks intimidating when you start it because he uses a lot of math, as in you got to find G, and then when from G you got to find E, and you got to find, and I'm like, this looks daunting. I was really intimidated, and then I could just sit down and look at it, and I was like, oh, you just divide.
I always think that's funny.
You just divide that, your total amount of stitches with this number to get how many increases you're supposed to do. I was like, oh, that wasn't hard. But the lovely Warm Juniper podcast, can't think of your name right now, up in Oregon, Washington area, gifted me that pattern. So I have a heel, and now I'm working on the leg. And I have to weigh this.
I like how the yarn works.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the online Super Sock. Which this is a really old colorway. I've had this forever and ever, like over 8 years. So I don't know if this color is still available, but the online does still have Super Sock with lots of different colorways.
That's cool.
That self stripes and does a little patterning. Opal Yarns does that too. There's a few other companies that'll do that. So this is back in the project, in the works. That's all I have to say about that. I'm gonna weigh this and see. I want to try and get a long cuff on these. Yeah. So this is 100 grams. So when this gets close to 40, I'll probably start doing the cuff, the leg and the cuff, so I can have enough for the other side. That's my bathtub knitting. I have a free minute. It's like when you're waiting on the heel, you can't just pick it up and be like, oh, I'm gonna do the heel, because it takes me like a solid 2 or 3 hours to do the heel. But the way that pattern's written, I did my increases and I could stop, and then I did the heel and then I could stop, and then I did you pick up the increases was the gusset, and then you do the heel, and then you connect it to like the back of your leg, the back of the heel, like the up. So I could do it in 3 parts, which was great. But typically, like, I can't just sit and be like, oh, I'm going to start the heel, because you stop in the middle of counting. Like, once you start it, you can't stop.
Sounds adorable.
Once you start socks, you'll find this out.
Well, I wanted to do socks.
Oh, dog, get down. Okay, the other, you will do socks.
I will do socks.
You will do socks.
At some point.
We need to teach you how to knit first. And then,
This is true. That would be the first
But
step.
you're making some magic with your crochet that I can't wait to show, because that is awesome. We'll show in a minute. I'll let you show that in a minute. I have one other knitted thing that I'm working on. I have lots of knitted things that aren't getting worked on. And this is involving a new job that I got, which I am teaching at Joann's knitting, and also some crochet. So if there's any knitters or crocheters out there that would like to maybe make a little money, check out your local Joann's or Michael's or whatever if they offer classes. See if they're looking for teachers. Because I happened to stumble into it one day, and now I'm teaching knitting. And it's been really fun. I've done a couple kids groups and a few adults, and the kids are hilarious. They are frustrating, but it's very rewarding, because once they get it, like once it clicks, they're so proud of themselves.
I'm going to send Seth your way, because he was asking me to teach him how to crochet. I was like, I don't
Oh my goodness.
know about that.
Oh boy.
Don't know how that's...
He would be really good. So that's been super fun. But one of the projects for the January classes, Joann's gives us these patterns, or what you'll be teaching like two or 3 months out. So I'm working on, this is aptly named the knit triangle scarf. Not sure if this pattern is available anywhere else, but it is a knit triangle scarf. So this is one of their, I believe, intermediate. Let me see.
So does it go around your neck?
This is considered, it doesn't say on this particular page, but I think this is one of their intermediate patterns. And it was going to be bigger, like the triangle increases go. It's got just some little detail up the front, and I messed up right here, so I have to drop down and fix that, because it's a sample for the show. And it's going to have tassels. So one of the classes I'll be teaching in January will be how to make this.
Oh.
And I believe this is like through all the Joann's, if they teach classes. You could sign up to take this class. So it's kind of fun. It's a bigger project, but it teaches you increases, and it teaches you to use your stitch markers and learn, the detail to it. And you're going to learn how to make a tassel, which is super easy. So that is what I've been working on. I have a few other projects, small projects that I did that are on display right now. So after the fact, I'll show you my Christmas things that I had done for the December, because they're at the store. And they are what they are. There's an ornament and a hat.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is good. They're small projects. And I
Maybe
forget, these are all been in chunky yarn so far. And I've been working in fingering for so long. I'm like, oh, I gotta knit a whole shawl. And I'm like, oh, wait, that's like
I'm
chunky
almost
weight.
done.
Hey! The dog just stuck her tongue in Gina's tea.
I'll just
Jenna's
go
tea,
I'm gonna go to the other side. She didn't actually get to the tea, so don't judge
Okay,
me.
just
This is the other side.
Dogs do have...
No, it went right there.
I was gonna say they have clean
I
mouths, but I was
watched
just
it. I
wouldn't.
watched. She immediately regretted that decision. She was
Yeah.
like, "Wait a minute, I'm gonna get look."
Yeah.
I'm going to my chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on my chair because that was disgusting. But that's all I have for knitting. So we now have lots of crochet stuff. Why don't you start with?
Which one?
Do the hats so you can show the finished hats.
Okay.
Because you're really good at finishing things and showing people what you finished.
Except when my kids are like, "I don't want you to put the last part on that." I'm like, "Okay, sure," because that's what happened with this one. I did have this pattern in the last one. So if you want to know where I got this from, but please do not judge, because it's a really good pattern. My son would not let me finish it. I said, "Don't you want me to put?" No, it's fine.
He was so excited. Well,
He
you
was
put a
so
face
excited.
on. Once you put a face on
Yeah,
something,
he was just done. This is the Triceratops hat.
minus the
frill.
minus the
frill.
It's got the try.
It's got the try, and he loved it. And
So
this is
cute. Look at
it's just don't judge me. This is the first time I've ever done. These are the first time I've ever done a face hats, and I had to do them in a week, all 3 of them in a week.
Yes.
So this was the Triceratops, which the pattern was named, and then basically
Kind of looks like it could also be like a deer now.
That's true, actually. Maybe I should just
With, like, make flatten
add
his
some
nose,
stuff
right?
on
Just-
that. That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. No, what I could do is I could just get like a red ball.
There you go.
Pop
Rudolph.
it on.
Done.
It's multi-seasonal.
Multi-seasonal.
It's very versatile. I was still upset when he told me he wasn't going to put the frill on. I was like, you don't.
But
want
that's
me
the
to...
whole point of
All right, fine. You don't want a frill. So that was the Triceratops. Then my youngest wanted to be Ace. And this was like just totally
And
like.
Ace is the T-Rex.
It's the Carnotaurus,
Carnotaurus.
which is basically a T-Rex with horns.
T-Rex with horns.
So this was that.
I love it. The teeth.
Which, like, by the way, these spikes, okay, so these spikes, I was so sick of working everything in the round because everything was worked in the round. Everything. So I found a, and these actually are so easy to make. It was I found a pattern on lookwhatimade.net for dinosaur spikes. And what she did was she just made a wider at the bottom triangle and then folded it. And then
stitched them up.
And then you just stitch them up, and you only you just stitch them up, and then there it is. There's no there's no big thing about it or anything.
And you didn't knit in the crochet in the round.
No, I didn't crochet
You
them
didn't
around.
knit them at all.
I didn't
It's
know. I didn't knit
crochet.
them at all. I didn't knit them at all. But so this was Ace. They were very happy about that one.
That one came out cute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Look at
And
the,
then-
the little teeth.
And then the Parasaurolophus.
These have been well worn too. You
The
can
dog-
tell that the kids
Oh
have
my
been,
gosh,
like,
they wore them. They insisted on wearing them. Like, my youngest would just come up to me and go,
down.
I Ace? And I go, you want to? Yes. And like, they wore these like
Well, and now it's like 40 degrees out today. It was 80 yesterday.
It's supposed to go down to 30.
We got our tree on Sunday in shorts. It was 80 yesterday, and it was 50 this morning when we woke up, and it's getting colder.
Yeah, it's
Which-
supposed to freeze.
It's fine, but I don't mind the cool weather. I mind the 40-degree swing
Yeah.
in like 12 hours.
That's never fun. And then there's the Parasaurolophus, which was what I had to make up on my own, which my child did love. So I was like, okay, it's fine. I'm not going to judge myself too harshly. This was the Parasaurolophus.
Oh, we don't have our stuffy to
Oh, that's
show
true.
up.
But the Parasaurolophus, that's the one that has the big horn on the back. Everyone knows what it was. It's a type of hadrosaur, because everyone knows what that is. Luckily, I've looked
Here
up
comes the dog versus the cat.
Parasaurolophus so much that it just automatically pops up whenever I put para in my thing. People are gonna wonder what I'm doing. The Parasaurolophus is the one with the horn. I don't even know if this is how this is gonna show up on there.
You're the best mom ever.
Let's see. Can you even like sort of see that? Not really.
Kind of a little glare.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's got.
Phone on phone.
If you do that, you can kind of see. But it's just horn in the back. Everyone knows what it is. But they so that was fun, and they all really liked them though. So they were happy, and that was the important part. And it was really nice because while I was I was kind of like, oh gosh, are they just gonna go in and see all these kids with these store-bought costumes? Every single person that saw my boys dressed up, because we made the dinosaur tails out of felt. My husband made them because he was like, that's something I can do, so don't worry about that. And I just bought them leggings that match the hats, and I got the plain like shirts from Hobby Lobby that were just the one color, and they just wore that, and they went, and it was warm on Halloween, so they didn't have to.
Yeah, no, it was nice.
So they were fine. And every single person that saw them talked about how charming they were. So I was like, okay, well, I feel better now because at least like people are kind of like, what is going on
Oh,
here?
I did put a picture of the boys in their Halloween costumes because that was my make-along project, which I finished. I finished the thing. I did finish the thing. My make-along project was their Halloween costumes, which were finished, and I posted it on my Instagram. The ninjas.
I guess that's true. Actually, them wearing their costumes
ninjas.
is on my Instagram.
Yeah. The ninjas.
Just from like the back, but
Yeah.
you
With
can
their
see
masks on, their
tails and
Lego
stuff.
masks.
But and then the other one that I'm working on right now, this is a shawl. The yarn is from Knitting a Love Song, and it's called You're My Home. I still have the thing in here. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's buried though, just because it's
Yeah.
Minuet sock, You're My Home.
What a
75,
wonderful
25
balling
merino
job.
nylon.
Who did that? We did it together.
At a coffee shop, which I told Brad about. I go, no, we went to Pacino's. We were winding yarn. He goes, you went to a coffee shop and you wound yarn.
I brought the ball winder.
I was like, yeah, we just. He
We
goes,
so need a Swift.
should ask one of those one Christmas.
Yeah.
That's on my list. I said I want a yarn ball winder and I want a Swift because I can work with that.
This is Kirsten's knitting a love song.
Yes,
Kirsten,
it was
with the
very, very pretty.
focus and
And
put it on your
that's
face.
that's it wound. This is
So pretty.
I don't even know if I can. This is it in the shawl pattern.
Okay, and this is the Bella Vita shawl you were
It's the Bella
telling me?
Vita shawl. It's a free pattern that you can find on Ravelry by Wilma Westenberg.
This is so pretty.
And
it's done in a gradient on the pattern.
They did it on a gradient, which looks beautiful.
Where are the puffs? Those are my favorite. The little tiny puffs. These right here.
But the way the colors kind of
crochet
like pop
puffs,
out
yeah.
randomly is really nice.
Yeah, hold it up so they can see. This is gonna be so cool when you block it too, and you get
Yeah.
all the lace.
But it's mostly just worked in double crochet, single crochet, chaining, and then the puff stitch.
Puff, and you got some eyelets.
Yeah, and that's those are created from the double
Oh,
crochet
there's two different.
chains.
Yep.
And yeah, she did. It's a very thorough pattern, which is what I like. She's very like she goes through and then once you get to a certain point, you just repeat the pattern over. But instead of just saying go back to the beginning, she has a list where she like row 45 would be like she says row 45 repeat row 5, row 46 repeat row 2. Like she just kind of goes through it so you don't have to go through and read everything.
So many pages.
Exactly.
You can,
so it's much easier to go, and I just like check them off as I finish the rows, and I feel like I'm a bit more on top of
And
things.
this is almost this
'Cause
right
I don't
here
wanna
is
count all
almost
these
one.
rows.
You have just a little bit
Yeah.
left. This is the first skein, and that's
Yeah.
I mean that's a decent size.
It's a
maybe.
decent size. You can actually like put it over your shoulder.
A shoulder and a full arm
Yeah.
with, I guess if it went like that, like an over. And you have a whole nother skein to do.
Yeah, I have a whole nother.
So that's, I mean, for people who were wondering with one skein how much you can get crocheted out of. I mean, this is a good, this is even a good size, like bandana scarf size right now.
Yeah, this is a Minuet sock base, and it's
not even blocked, so this is
yeah.
gonna get bigger.
463 yards.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna get bigger. Look how pretty that's gonna look once you block it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna come out really like.
I can't wait to see this finished.
So I'm gonna.
And we can use. A lot of people have the blocking mats. You can buy them as blocking mats. I have the foam mats that we had from when the boys were little that I use. My sister has the alphabets. You know, you can get the ones with alphabets and the numbers. She pins her stuff on.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm hoping too. When we're going up to Gloucester for Christmas, I can do a little podcast with Kira while I'm up there.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I haven't gotten to. Y'all haven't seen Kira since last Thanksgiving. And we did like our yarn tour travel, and
I saw that.
we laughed a lot and made fun of my brother. So like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's
Basically,
like a
whatever.
regular Tuesday. So like hanging out with you. That is awesome. I love that too because I feel you don't often see the hand dyed yarns in a crochet pattern. You know, there's a lot of finished knitted items that you see. But I don't know. I tend to follow knitting podcasts more than
I find that like
I don't know,
anytime
are there a lot of crocheting podcasts?
I have no idea.
We're a mix.
I think like what's funny is usually when I go through and I do stuff, most people don't think to crochet stuff that's not like heavier yarn.
Worsted, yes.
They won't do the worsted or
And
above. They won't
know
do
what?
the smaller ones. Which
Yeah.
So I knitted those in a week. I had to, and then I don't have them here, but I had to not knit. I'm getting myself confused because we're talking about knitting and crocheting.
Yeah.
I had to crochet 3 hats for my boys in like a period of 5 days. Why I do this to myself, I don't know. But it was gonna be really, really cold. Like it was gonna drop, and I was like, they're gonna need something. And so I crocheted something up, and so I was working with worsted yarn. I was just using like the yarn that I had on hand before I discovered hand dyed yarn.
But that's going to be perfect too because we're in the South.
Yeah.
And that's a gift. And for someone who lives in the South.
Yeah. But I tell you what, going from like the hook sizes.
Yes.
Is like, because I was working with the worsted yarn and I always have to go up the hook size. And that's the thing, in that shawl, I went up 2 hook sizes. I'm working with a G. And I think like she has,
well, you're tight, right?
because I'm tight. I have tight stitches. So I've just started bumping my hook size up
But
too.
I think, especially with something like this, because it's not a garment that you need to fit a person or a specific size, and that is going to look so beautiful with the hook that you chose, because it's so loose and drapey, and if you did it tighter, it would be stiff.
And see, that's the thing, like, I was like, so basically I just started, I think after that, I just started bumping my hook size up, like I did it with the hats too, when they're like, except for one of them, because I bought a pattern off of, and I think actually when I started crocheting, I realized that her stitches looked about the same as mine, so I went back and I used the hook she used.
Yeah. I often do a little swatch or a gauge, even when I'm doing blankets, unless it's with, well, that's not true. I was going to say unless it's with an acrylic that I use a lot, because each stitch gives a different look. So sometimes there's blankets that I'll use an H for, and in the same yarn, I'll use an I, or, I'll go up or down, because of the way the stitches come out and how they move and drape, and if they're too big or because sometimes the stitch itself will look better at tighter or looser.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think it's just kind of one of those things where, and I also realized at some point I like measuring helps a lot, because probably one of the first time I actually started, like, because usually I just count the rows and I just go, but then it was like once it gets to this length, I was like, I need a ruler.
Yeah. Because with the shawl, you do want the length for it too, because I mean, you could wear it as a bandana right now.
Yeah.
But if you wanted it flowier to wrap around, or you can still wear it as a bandana longer, but it'll cover more of your shoulders.
Yeah.
You want the length. So watching where you are.
So I've upgraded to measuring my work.
I know who I'm thinking of. One of my Massachusetts besties, Kayleen from Little Bean. She started her podcast, and she started hand dyeing yarn, because there was not a lot of choice in crocheted yarns. She crochets a lot. She's learned how to knit over the past year or two, and is now loving both of them. She's even got a sock machine where you knit like the tube, and then you can put the heels and toes
I've seen
in.
that. Yes.
And I think she's doing them as kits. She's doing the already knit tube of the fancy yarn, and then you put the heels, toes, and cuffs in.
Hilarious.
So you could do a pair of socks in a day.
That's fun.
It's brilliant. But no, she started hand dyeing, and I have quite a bit of hers. I do a lot of collaborations with her, because she wanted more depth with her crochet, and that's a perfect example of what the gorgeous hand dyed yarns look like crocheted.
Yeah, but you have to
which will look completely different if you knit that. If
that's
you
true.
knit that exact yarn, it's going to look completely different than it does in that.
And I think that's one of the things, because it took me a bit, because I remember when I talked to you, I was like, well, I've never used sock yarn before. I've only ever done worsted and above, so I was very intimidated by the smaller yarn. But as I went
you told me the first day, I'm loving this.
It was so much. Yeah, I was like, I actually really like working with this, just because. I mean, it's a completely different it's a completely different experience, which is in actuality very nice.
Yes.
Not to mention the way it comes out is so pretty.
I know. You might have to make me one, because I don't finish anything.
Well, I think I have enough yarn that.
Right? Can I just tell you that my biggest fail for this entire year of things I wanted to do? Okay, there was 2. I wanted to make myself a summer's top, which still hasn't happened. And the second thing was I wanted to start my own shawl for me.
Oh, yeah?
And people keep having babies. And we know...
This is true, actually.
There is someone we both know. I won't say it out loud because it's not a... I don't know if anyone in her family watches, but I've done blankets for her in the past. And she's going to have 2. And she's already contacted me and said, I want baby things.
I just realized, and I don't even remember why originally, you, because you started doing the Etsy stuff when we first met.
Yeah.
And the original reason why you were like joking around with our group about if anyone wanted to learn to crochet was because then you could just pass the projects that like were like too like when you were overwhelmed, like we could just help you out with like a hat or something like that. And then I was the one that was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I think Lisa took off.
Come over. Lisa was like, forget it.
I'll get the coffee.
Lisa's like, no, I'll just sit here and chill and watch you guys do this.
Yeah. So next year, you're going to hold me to... Riley, will you get down? Next year, you have to keep me on task on doing stuff for myself.
All right,
because
I will do that.
Gift knitting.
I will do that because I've got to... Well, actually, no, because I'm going to be doing some... I want to try and do something for myself with the yarn that I have that I probably won't finish in time to, use it this year.
How cool is this looking?
It's so cool.
Okay, so...
This has been this
is for baby Christopher who arrived Thanksgiving Day. 2 weeks early, but he is great. My sister is great. He was 6 pounds, 1 ounce. And I'm going to see him for Christmas, so I need to finish it. But look. Oh, it's getting so big.
Oh gosh, I love this. This like I don't know. I'm guessing this has just become really popular because now it's popping up everywhere.
Yes, the planned pooling.
Mm-hmm. Like this is the easy way to plan pool. How do you plan pool? How to do this?
You can even do just a scarf. Like you could do.
It's true.
One repeat.
It would look really cute in Christmas colors.
Pillows too. Yes, this would be great. Like pillow covers that you could put on. Yeah, people like to do that and be coordinated.
Right.
I'm
completely uncoordinated, so that's not going to work for me.
This is my planned pooling. It is single crochet and chain stitches only. And it's with, I think it's Little Boy Blue Karen yarn. This is the last of my second ball skein thing. And I think I'm going to do like a white border on it.
That'll be pretty. And that's what we're talking about last time.
I think I'm going to finish
crochet around it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe like do a single just to trim it out and then do a double to kind of give it a bolder border.
Yeah.
I have to measure it. I was going to go 3x4, 2x. I don't know what this measures, but it's getting really big. And I think when this skein is done, I'm going to finish it and do the edging because I still have to finish Bennett's because Bennett is now 5 months old. But I will see my Mr. Bennett for the first time too. So I have 2 babies to finish, but this came out
it's so pretty.
So pretty.
I love it. And when people see that, they're going to ask where.
Right? I know. Someone else is like, I want one of those. A friend of mine's getting married and she wants one for like a throw size.
Oh, yeah?
For her living room. And I was like, that's a big blanket in single crochet. But I love her, so I might do it.
Bennett's blanket was the one with the
it's with the
lark's foot?
Lark's foot. Yes, I didn't grab it. It's the lark's foot stitch, so it has like the drop downs, and that's all double crochet.
Yes.
If I did that one again for somebody, I would do it with a yarn that's a gradient, so I don't have to cut the ends every single time, and then it would gradiate on its own.
Oh, that would be nice.
Because there's some really beautiful. Like the gradient yarns are getting big right now. The stripes, the Karen cakes last year were huge with the stripes, like big chunk stripes, and then this year it's the gradients, like the.
Yeah, see, I did. What was it? That's one of those things where whenever I start going into stuff, I'm like, I'm not sure if Google's like finally recognized that I crochet or what, but I got a lot of stuff popping up.
Oh, don't even get me started on the smartphones listening in on you say something and then you look at your phone and it's there in an advertisement on Google or Facebook or whatever.
Well, no, I'm creeped out.
Be out. Ooh. And then when they think that you want, and it's like, that's inappropriate.
No, thanks. My favorite is when, like, I'm going through and, like, because I have Amazon Prime, and so Brad orders things, so if he goes on Amazon, he's like, all I'm seeing is yarn advertisements. Why are there accessories on here? It's like, what have you been looking up?
No. Mind your business. Or start Christmas shopping. Those are your options.
This is true. Work with me.
Hey, my
sister
has
Google's telling you something.
Has me send her husband thing. Like, this is what Kira wants.
I have an Amazon wish list.
When it comes to yarn. Ooh, speaking of wishes and yarn.
We've got so much yarn.
We've got wishes and yarn.
We've got so much yarn. I am sure, like, all of your yarn dyeing friends are like, thank you for introducing Jenna to hand dyed yarn.
Oh my goodness. You're such a gift.
I am horrible. I'm like, but I need this.
Already, you have projects planned.
This is true.
These are the rules that I have. If I buy a yarn, and I've been pretty darn good with this. I won't say exceptional. I'll say pretty darn good. If I buy something for myself, it has to have a project and a plan.
Yeah, which I do have.
See? So check one.
Now, of course, there is always a problem because sometimes when I look at yarn, I go, ooh, I know what I can do with it.
Right. And that's when you have to buy smartly because if, that's good. I want to make socks with that, then you know you only need one. If you want to make a shawl, you're going to need at least two. And then if you want to make something bigger, well, you got to plan ahead.
But Etsy doesn't help me because what happens is it's like 7 people are also interested in this. It's in their cart. I'm like, no, it's not.
You're a cartjacker.
No,
cartjacker.
No, it's mine. That happened, I think, twice with like 2 of the yarns that I've gotten here.
Hello, my name is Jenna.
And
I am a cartjacker.
And I am a horrible person.
No,
I am one of those. I'm one of those like they're like I had it in my cart. I'm like it might be in your cart, but I've actually bought it.
Hey, I do that once in a while. I put things in my cart and then I step away from them, and then sometimes I miss out.
Happens.
But maybe it's for the best. My antlers aren't in the right place.
I don't know where mine.
That didn't change anything.
Well,
well, should we share some things?
probably. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I will share. Let's go every other because we have some things. Okay, this was a gift from Miss Lucky Jenny of the Lucky Jenny Knits. Jenny brought me some yarn from Rhinebeck, and she brought me chocolate covered gummy bears, which you either love or hate, like loathe entirely with the deepest of passions. Chocolate covered gummy bears. I love with a deep passion and could eat 5 pounds of them in one sitting. So they didn't make it. They're gone. Those are long gone.
They didn't last. Oh.
No. But this is from Hypnotic Yarns, and it is called the Sea Glass Self-Striping colorway. And it is, that's actually really good. That's purple, teal, and a lime green.
It's great for like Mardi Gras socks.
Right?
Or something.
Without being like, hey, that's Mardi Gras.
No. Here we go.
Is it a teal or like a light blue? Anyway, that is so pretty and beachy, right up my beach alley. Can you be on a beach alley?
I don't think they have those.
This is me. So this is me in a pair of self-striping socks. And if you can hear the dog trying to get on top of the washing machine, she is after the cat. Riley!
She's gonna come jump in my lap.
So thank you, Jenny. That was an unexpected surprise.
Told ya.
I just asked for chocolate covered gummy bears if she found them. So this was like bonus.
There you go.
Bonus. All right. So what have you been up to, troublemaker?
Well, I've got the other. I'm gonna show the other. Like this is the other thing I got from Knitting a Love Song, which apparently has decided to start. There we go. This is the other one I got from Knitting a Love Song, which is Mother of Dragons, which is an aria worsted.
This is such a deep.
Which I'm gonna make into
plum, like a plum wine color.
I was gonna make those into gloves.
That'll be beautiful.
That's what I was gonna do.
Are we gonna knit this one, or are you gonna crochet?
I think we were talking about using it to start with the knitting, but I actually have to learn to like cast on first.
So we need to start you on. You want to do a scarf, right? To learn the. Knitting.
Yeah. So we've got.
Or we can do a dishcloth, and then you don't have to do a whole scarf.
Well, I'm not using any of this for a dishcloth.
No. I mean, just to learn.
Okay, all right.
I have yarn you can learn on.
I'm just making sure you're not telling me I need to,
buy more yarn.
No, use that yarn for a dishcloth.
Oh no! You wouldn't use it. You'd use a cotton for a dishcloth. But you can learn your knit stitches. Should I not put your yarn over your face?
I don't know. I mean, it's very pretty.
There we go. That is gorgeous.
It's very very nice in the skein form.
Mother of Dragons.
Mother of Dragons.
Nice.
So
that is beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's a gorgeous yarn, and this was from Knitting Love Song.
That's from Kirsten too.
This was one of the I got, and then
should we just alternate?
I thought you said every other.
Every other.
You want to do every other? Because I've got.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh no.
Do you know what this is called? This is a unicorn pom-pom. This is from her Etsy shop is Kitchen Clutter. I'm sorry I didn't
That does not look like something I would have cluttering my kitchen.
Right? She has tons and tons of faux fur pom-poms. It's got,
Okay.
like, where's the pink? There it is.
To be honestly, like, fair with you, though, I really want to put, like, googly eyes on it.
I know!
Like, I really,
Well, I mean,
I really do.
They're very, very fair price. This is going to be for my niece's hat, which is going to, the pom-pom's going to be
So
the big as
cute.
her head. This is so well made. Like, you can feel, she hand makes them.
Okay.
And she's got, like, real fur colored browns and blacks and whites and, like, and then she's got super fun, bright colors. So anyone looking for faux pom-poms, you squished it. And then you shake it like this. And it's good. And it comes with a string so you can tie them on. I might see if I can, because it's got fabric. I think I might see if I can hand stitch a snap to the bottom so I can then stitch.
Cool.
Kira and I found pom-poms last year that were made like that had a snap on the bottom, and so you could take them off when you wanted to wash the hat. There's a dog in your ear.
Really?
You had to give her a cookie. Don't lick the tea.
It's gone. It's fine.
Riley, pause down. So these are super fun. She's on Instagram, and that's a great way to buy things. And her shop is on Etsy. Kitchen Clutter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
I like how
I should have bought like 8 of these.
I feel like those would be
all
like
my
so much
nieces
fun
do the
to just
unicorn
like.
pom-pom. Now I have to find a pattern that does this pom-pom justice. By like
Find something.
like a what's the little popple? Little Furbies? I don't know. Anyway, so that
I'm
was
thinking
my
of
next.
the fizz gig
What?
from the Dark Crystal.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Fizz-gig.
Yes. Yeah. I do know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, I was about to just be so not happy with you.
Okay. Yep. What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, I'm gonna show first. I'm gonna show the Harry Potter stuff first.
Oh, I think
How does it open? I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Grab
That's
her
because
business
sometimes-
card too.
Okay, this was from the November Yarn Club from Teeny Button Studios from the Harry Potter Yarn
Even
Club.
has a special business card for her Harry
true.
Potter Mystery Yarn Club.
Yes, as you can see, the fox has
Box is the
a
hat.
hat.
Okay, so
This is the night bus.
that was awesome. And what month? Oh, it says right on it.
It's November.
November. And Robin puts out after 6 months. You can buy these. She'll put them back in the shop, but they're exclusive for 6 months.
Yeah, and that is such a pretty colorway, and I love purple.
All the different purples.
And I love purple, so that's great for me.
That is cool.
Of course, I might just keep
And
it.
that's
And stare at
that's a
it.
happy surprise too. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm going to take this one. Might not have enough blue, but the pink. Oh. Okay, sorry. You
Talk to Robin. Be like,
can have
all
your
right,
yarn
hey, hi Robin. About
That might not be the best for a 2-year-old hat, though. I mean,
exclusive.
if we buy more pom poms and then, woohoo! That might go too. This pom pom might go with a lot of things that's on this table right now.
Maybe.
Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
so that one.
This one is this is also, but it's not part of the yarn club, so the fox does not have a hat on it. But it's you're gonna have to pronounce it because I always just wanna say-
Acromantula venom.
Yeah, there you go. Acromantula venom.
This is one of the colorways we did Halloween kits. And I have a potions bag, which I think I still have some in my shop. We did a few that were kits, and she kept dying. She had some yarn in her shop too. So if anyone's interested,
Yeah.
this is the Acromantula venom.
Yeah, and that is I'm going to
That
make.
goes with the potions bag.
I'm gonna make socks out of that for my husband.
Nice.
Because he told me he wanted me to make him socks for some reason. He wanted, what was the word I don't remember. Interesting socks.
This would be interesting. Look at that lime green.
Yeah, I know, right? He'll probably,
These will be interesting.
yeah, and he'd probably wear them too. He'd be like, these are awesome. I will wear these. These are amazing.
I wish I had Harry Potter stuff to show. Ooh, I have Christmas stuff to show. So the other thing I got, and this is part of a kit that I did with Lindsay from Simply Serving, and I'm going to remember her name this time. Her card. and she does the charms, and I did with Jen from, oh, there you go, Jen, I forgot your, I was so intent on remembering Lindsay, I forgot Jen. Perfect Stitch Fiber Company. So we did a kit, and Jen has these in her shop. The kits, they are a Christmas bag. She has all of them. A charm from Lindsay and a yarn to match dyed from Jen. And so
very cute.
We kind of all swapped each other. And I got some Christmas charms as part of my swap with Lindsay. Is the snowman. There is her tree. And these are all like little cookie biscuits, like frosted cookies, and a stocking. Cute. These are so adorable. And they look like real little cookies.
Those are so cute.
Like you know, your sugar cookies.
Even the way you frost them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way that goes out.
These are adorable.
Very nice.
So, thank you so much, Lindsay. So cute. Super duper cute. And then I have more yarn too. You want to do some more yarn? Do some more yarn.
It's my yarn or your
yarn? Yes, your yarn.
My yarn. Oh my god, I have so much yarn. This is basically just like an advertisement for yarn dyeing at this point.
Ooh.
Alright, this is, if I could open the bag, which apparently I can't. There it is. Alright. Okay. This is also a Harry Potter inspired yarn.
There's a theme.
Ashamed to Row. Which is also from Teeny Button.
Teeny Button Studios.
And it's in a tough sock.
Yeah, it's our high twist fingering. It's like a periwinkle-y gray with some pops and pink. And this is based on Hagrid's umbrella and rowing in the very first book when Hagrid and Harry meet, and he takes him off the island.
Yeah.
Away from the Dursleys. Not that we know anything about Harry Potter.
Yeah, they keep, you know.
I love that.
Yeah, no, it's the colors.
You
are
like
just so
the
pretty.
reds.
Well,
I go more towards like the blues.
Well,
and
I like purples, but the reds and the blues
Purples
that
and
she came up with. I mean, you say that. I mean, I thought
purple. Yeah. Well, I guess more the purples and.
But I like the. Well, I think it was mostly just because of the idea that I had in my mind for what I wanted to do. Like this one is going to be a never-ending scarf, and I feel like that, like it's,
like the infinity.
Well, it's actually, it's not an infinity because it's not just the. I guess it kind of is, but they have like a whole bunch of different ways you can run. I sent you what I was looking at.
Okay.
Pattern.
Yeah, it'll go off again in 10 minutes. But okay, sorry.
All right.
And my timer stopped us.
Yeah, there we go. So that was that one.
What are you gonna make with that one?
It's gonna be like a
the never-ending
scarf, which basically you can do this or you can wrap it around.
I did the Get Your Wish Granted that went around on Instagram. Get Your Yarn Wish Granted, and I sent out 3 wishes, and I got 2 wishes in so far, and the third one is should be in here any second, but probably the mail won't come while we're talking. So the first one that I got was a gift from Allison, and this is from Sweet Sparrow Yarns. It is the Sound Keeper colorway on her magpie base, which is has her stellina in it, and it is a gold
Very pretty.
stellina. That is so pretty. It's mostly gray with a pop of the blue and the purple in it, and this is way too pretty to be socks. So I have to figure out what else I can do with it. I might have to go see what else she has that maybe might coordinate with this, because it's got that gold in it. Right. Oh. That's so pretty. That might be a really pretty hat.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking that might be a nice hat or fingerless gloves.
Oh, those would be pretty too.
That would be really pretty.
Kind of like the way, I think I like the way that would look like on like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It would be like little micro stripes, I think.
It'd just be really cute.
Well, let me just finish this and then you can finish off.
Yeah.
So then my second surprise, and I just asked for a surprise. I didn't ask for specific yarns, and none of the yarns that I received, I don't have any of these. So the second surprise I got was from Patty, and Patty gave me a ball of opal. This is a sweet and spicy colorway in the plum, which is so perfect with it's got the purples and teals and blues and greens. And this will pattern up similar to the brown ones I'm doing. So that's
that'll
super
be nice.
exciting. The second one, she sent me 3. This was like, woo. This is a bamboo and merino blend, and this is from Fidalgo. Artisan Yarn Company. Fidalgo. And this is a pink and gray, almost like a lavender gray. Very, very light muted. And that too, I was like, well, that needs to be a hat.
Everything goes up
Right?
next to
Like
the
these are all too beautiful to be socks. And then the last one is a cotton and silk.
Wow.
So I think this might need to be a shawl or something because your cotton will stretch.
Right.
But the silk will help give it some tension. And this is amazing. This is from Misty Alpaca. And I don't know if this is a striper or not. I haven't opened it up to see, or if it's just a hand painted. That will be very, very colorful. So I don't know what this will be yet, but this is so fun and bright and gorgeous. So that is, oh my goodness, all the amazingness. That was so fun. Never met these people. I don't know these people. They're just people on Instagram that you go through the tag. You see something that you'd be like, oh, they're looking for something. And I was like, oh, I gifted a bag. Someone was looking for they wanted a quilted style bag. So I made that. And someone wanted some sock yarn. So I gifted a sock yarn. And then Patty, who sent to me, sent me a gift, but nobody had sent her anything. So I sent her a surprise back. So
that was nice.
yeah. So she got
Actually, some of a few of the yarns you got would actually work with the pom-pom if you wanted to use it.
Absolutely.
Look at all that.
Unicorn pom-poms go with everything. All right. What else?
Okay, all right. I've got, this is the Smash Ornament yarn from Teeny Button that actually sold out like fairly quickly. This one did.
Yeah.
The Smashed Ornament was very popular.
This was her Christmas, I think which really pretty.
There's a lot of like
Greens and burgundy.
Yeah,
This
this
like
one-
really deep.
yeah, you can see the
Green.
green more in this
Yeah.
one. This one has it
Oh yes,
more
there's some
prominently. So you can see most of the colors in that, but I just thought it was
That's
way
really pretty.
just
The red, like
so
pops.
pretty.
This would be so pretty in a shawl because you're gonna have mostly white, but the pops.
Yeah,
of green
that's
and
what
red.
I was thinking. I was like, it needs to be something that goes like around, that you can fully get the like depth of color in that. And then these people are gonna be like, this woman's crazy. She just went like nuts. All right, and then I have these, but I did have projects for every single one of these. So
Yep.
it's better.
Yep.
These are from
telling yourself.
Hot Knit Yarn. That is the Royal Christmas,
Royal Christmas.
Royal Christmas.
And this is.
and that's gonna it's
says fingering, but it's
worsted.
worsted. That is a worsted.
It's
Yeah.
worsted.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
that's gonna be a scarf.
Scarf.
Probably just like just a circular scarf. You can figure out what you're gonna do. And then this one I'm gonna do into probably like a shawl type.
I wonder if this is with a
That's Bobby McGee.
Kira might have, Bobby McGee.
Bobby McGee. I looked that up. It's on I think it's based on a song.
Okay.
She does a lot. If I remember,
I wonder
gosh,
if this
I
is
remember
Kira
really
got
quick.
one similar, and I'm
Really?
wondering if maybe this is the yarn company she ordered from because she got a
Maybe.
two-tone purple black.
She does have quite a few two tones.
Yeah. Because this will definitely give you like micro stripes.
Yeah.
But crochet, I'd be interested to see what this would do crochet. What is this one gonna be?
I was gonna do like probably like a shawl type thing just to see how it comes out.
Yeah.
I might change it up depending on how it comes out.
Bobby
I gotta see
McGee.
how the yarn works out. But it could look like really cool.
This is
Like,
gonna look cool.
Um,
It'll be
depending on how like it.
Yeah. If you knit it, it'll be like longer stripes. Crocheted, it might be more like micro. like
Yeah, and I
short-
think that
short
would be like really
colors.
cool.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see how that works out. But that is okay. That's all the yarn I have.
That's all the
That's a
damage.
lot of yarn, but I have a project for every
Yes.
single one of these.
See?
So I know what I'm doing.
Plans.
Exactly.
Awesome.
The hand dyed
all I-
yarn is a
yeah.
dangerous thing.
That's all I have. Do you have anything else?
I think that was it. The shawl, the hats, the yarn. It's a lot of yarn.
Shawl, the hats, the yarn. That was
not
fun.
bad.
That was fun. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's all we
Did
have
you
so far.
Yeah. This is a
Gifts
lot
to
of
give
presents.
away, gifts we've gotten, projects that we're going to finish.
Yeah, then I should
And
have.
I'm going to have to take pictures of because when we come back, they'll have all been given as gifts.
This is true. I'm gonna have
So
to take pictures of them.
follow on Instagram, Sunshine Bubblegum. I will have pictures. Or Facebook. They'll go on Facebook too.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't have a Facebook.
That's okay. You can post on mine.
Yeah, there you go. Here you go.
I
Here's
made
this
this
random
thing.
person. Do you remember her? She
Yeah.
was in some videos.
With a thing.
with a thing.
In the
There
antlers.
you go.
Remember that time they wore antlers?
Yeah, that's what how they stayed on the whole podcast.
They did.
Yeah,
They
they're pretty impressive.
So I'm getting ready for Christmas in New England. The boys have requested snow. My stepfather and my dad are working on that. I said, Papa's, you're in charge of getting snow.
Have fun.
Yep.
I've been mostly just trying to explain to Seth why it doesn't snow down
Well,
here.
it doesn't snow. Yes, they were like, is it going to snow here? Probably not.
So you know,
There's
once
rumor-
it did snow
I have a picture
on
of that.
Christmas. Yeah, Brad has a picture,
Picture
of
of
that.
the streetcar in the snow.
Well, Brad has a picture standing while it's so funny because he's wearing his cargo pants, a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
And he's standing next to one of those like blow up snowman decorations, and he's just looking like really confused.